Okay, good morning, human biology. It's your last day for Module 1, and we're on Friday and getting ready for the weekend. So, you have one final thing to do with your checks lab. So, I just wanted to talk real quick about that, and you'll see this video in the announcement page. So, first thing that you're going to do today is you're going to go to your Module 1, 9194, this unit. I'm in classwork right now. And you go down to where it says Check Slab Reflection. And when you click on that, it'll pop up two things. So you have a reflection where a copy has been made for you. There's also a rubric for you to check out, a few little guidelines of these are kind of the things I need to get in there. It's pretty general, but I think it fits for what we're doing. So, how is it that you write this? Well, yesterday I posted a video with some directions. And so we're going to go back to that from yesterday, real quick. And so we talked a lot about how the idea behind science is how it's circular, right? It's really never done, even though sometimes we think it's a one and done, but things can always be tested. And we were working on what's the difference between a fact and what's the difference between an inference. And then we looked at checks. So we said, okay, if I'm an investigator and I gave 4 clues to a piece of the puzzle, what is going to happen with this family? Because this Whitney family, they have a story. And so yesterday we looked at, okay, I read each check, I record some facts, I bulletin, okay, and I'm doing just the facts. Remember, no opinions. And then you wrote a quick little summary and inference. Well, based on these 4, what do I think is going on with this family? And then we looked at 4 more and we wrote the facts and we did exactly the same thing. And then you go to the next 4. So now you're up to 12 different clues. And so then you have 4 more. And then you were just writing the facts down here. There were no opinions. And then that was it. And you were thinking about the slideshow as these are my notes, these are my ideas so far. So what your final assignment for Module 1 is to take the information from the 12 that you were given. So, right, you're on slide 5, you were looking at 6, you were looking at 11. So, when you go to this reflection, the reflection says, okay, check slab final reflection, write a summary which includes all the evidence from the 12 checks that you received in logical order, or probably should say chronological order, with your theory as to what has happened to the Whitney family. See the rubric for specific criteria. So you can look at the rubric in 2 places. You can look at it in this doc, and when you click on this link, pops up right here. So just kind of scan that real quick. Or, as I was saying earlier, when you were in classwork, your doc has been made for you, a copy, and then right here is also the rubric. So you have 2 places to click on that. Now, how is it that I'm going to write this thing? Well, whenever we're writing kind of something in chronological order, we're going to actually look from the oldest date and then we're going to work towards the most current date. And so, what I should see here is you're going to open your slideshow and you're going to go back and you're going to look at your facts and you're going to look at your inferences. So I would go back and I'm going to say, okay, my first 4, all right, this is what was happening. This was the story I was thinking so far. And then on, okay, I got 4 more. These were the facts. This is my inference now because I had 8 clues, right? And then I went, all right, here's my next 4. So now I'm up to 12. And these were just the facts. So what the idea behind this now is understanding that in round 1, right, I thought it was this. In round 2, well, now I think it's this. But in round 3, I now, as an investigator, have 12 pieces to the puzzle. So I'm going to use all of those clues, put them in chronological order, and write my final reflection on what has happened. Now remember, everyone, well, not everyone, most, because there was 5 groups. So remember that what group A saw in the beginning, what group B saw, C, D, and E, is completely different. So let's say you were assigned A, but your friend was assigned D. Well, their story might be a little bit different because they might have a few different checks. They might see something in a different order. So, if you're talking to your friend, if you're an A and you're talking to them in E, your reflection is most likely going to be different because you might not have all the same clues. So just be aware of that, that if you talk to your friend like, well, no, I really think this. Well, that's the reason, because they have different clues to the pieces of the puzzle. So don't worry about if yours is not the same. Do your best work, look at what you believe, facts, inferences, put all 12 together. I would look at them in chronological order so that your final summary makes sense. Okay, and this will be your last assignment for this week. And then you're going to submit it and you're going to move on and you're going to go, all right, I'm going to have a great 3-day weekend because I'm all caught up. I've done my attendance. I've turned in my what is the story. I've turned in the slideshow from yesterday about the facts and the inferences. And I've turned in my final reflection and I've done a great job. So, what you're going to see next week is I'm going to grade all 3 of those, and then I will put in one final grade into Skyward. Now, if you get your work back and you're like, I don't really like it, I don't like that grade, then let's talk and let's see how you can make it better and how you can improve on that. I always want you to improve. So anyway, there you go. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week in Tuesday Zoom. And I hope that helps. If you still need a little bit more information, then remember to send me an email, call me on the phone. I will be here all day. So again, have a great weekend. See you Tuesday.